my name is Clair Doan, and I'm a turkey farmer from Norwich. At the same time, I also work full-time for the National Bank of Canada as the Associate Vice President of Agriculture Banking for Ontario. My wife and I, we began our turkey farm back in 2009 after stepping away from our family dairy enterprise where my brothers still operate that today. And we built our first turkey operation starting in September of 2009, and we produce heavy toms for Sofina Foods in Dublin, Ontario, as well as hens, which often go to the XL Door plant in Hanover. Our main business line was diversified through the acquisition of another piece of land last year, where we grow corn, soybeans and wheat on rotation and are sold to local elevators. Outside of our farm, like I said, I do work full-time for the National Bank of Canada working in farm financing, and have done that since graduating from the University of Guelph in 2001. From an education perspective, I've got a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture degree from the University of Guelph and a Master's degree in Agriculture Business from Kansas State University. Recently, I was awarded a 2016 Nuffield Canada Scholarship, which I'm pretty excited about. It was a program which I followed for the last few years and have known a number of participants which have completed the program. And I had a meaningful topic that meant a lot to me, and really was the main reason why I applied. The topic which I'm going to be focusing on for the Nuffield program really has to do with an understanding of markets for poultry production, and in particular for turkeys. And just as we listen in media and are aware of varying trade talks that go on throughout the world that could potentially impact the Canadian market, I really feel that it's important that our industry is aligned, is strong, and has competent leaders that can help guide the industry. Part of the concerns that I do have, obviously, if there was a change in our sector, really has to do with having access to markets. And I really see an opportunity to increase and to grow market opportunities for turkey. For example, consumption in Canada is about half of that of the US. My Nuffield journey will start this upcoming March with a trip to Ireland, where I will meet with about 75 other scholars from around the world, and we'll look at agricultural issues affecting our own markets. And from there, I'll take about 10 weeks to travel to varying countries where poultry production, I think, is going strong, where we can look at their markets. And those countries will include the United Kingdom, Western Europe, including the Netherlands and Germany, as well as looking at production throughout the southern United States. So the Nuffield Farming Scholarship, which is awarded here in Canada, is related to other Nuffield scholarships which are awarded elsewhere around the world, and it stems back from after the Second World War, where Lord Nuffield had a considerable issue with food production and how the local people would be fed. And really, it was about taking and sending out people out to the world to investigate research topics of their choice, to be able to come back to their home countries and give back. And really, the ability to go out and to learn is an important component of the Nuffield Scholarship. But for me, the ability to come back and engage with local producers, with local poultry farmers, with local turkey farmers, and to be able to talk to others that are invested in the supply managed sector, I think about being able to give back to our markets here, and again, making sure that our markets are well aligned, that we're making good use of how we're organized, and at the same time that we continue to promote and really understand the value of our own system here in Canada. At the same time, from a banking perspective, in which I deal with on a daily basis, I really care about all of our customers, and I want to make sure that I have the most amount of knowledge that I can provide to them, as well as communicate to senior executives within the bank in terms of making sure that that they understand what our business is and challenges and changes ahead for those business lines. My official Nuffield program begins with the annual AGM, which will be held in Regina in November. My first journey, so to speak, will begin in March of 2016, and from there my travels will begin. I can be followed on Twitter at Clair Doan, and as well as a blog which will come in the future in terms of communicating back. At the same time, I'm also very interested in connecting with individuals that are invested in the market, that are passionate about poultry production, are passionate about growing and developing poultry markets here in Canada. If you'd like to reach out to me, I can always be reached via email, and I'm always excited to talk to someone that also shares the same passion for agriculture and for our poultry production and turkey production here in Canada.
This video is brought to you by Farms.com.